Are you tired of feeling like an order taker within your organization? Do you sometimes feel like you should put a Kinko apron on as people come up to you and say, hey, could I get a brochure, or I need a video, or I need an email newsletter? Hi, I'm Mark Reagan, CEO of Reagan Communications, with Jim Wysella, who is the co-founder of Reagan Consulting Group. Jim, tell us a little bit more about this order taker syndrome in internal communications.
Well, communicators are inundated. Everybody thinks that they're just there to do their bidding. And what you need to do is actually assess where you are, what's working, what isn't. That's why we're always recommending comms audit. Establish that baseline where you can say, here's where we are, here's where we want to be, here's how we get there.
Yeah, because when you think about it, what is the C-suite used to? They're used to metrics. And with a comms audit, it's not just you telling the C-suite, this is what I want to do. One of the things Jim and I like to say is never tell the senior VPs or the C-suite, I want. Nobody cares what you want. What they care is what the metrics show.
And there's one other thing about a comms audit, and that is that it will identify the things you should stop doing. So instead of just taking orders, it's the first step toward creating some editorial standards in your organization to say, this is what we do, here's what we don't do, and we can create a little self-service area for employees to post stuff that we don't have to deal with.
Let's talk about an example that comes from a real comms audit that we've done. Is there something that comes to mind that we found out when we did the comms audit that we were able to get rid of for our client?
Yeah, we had a client who had a monthly magazine. They had an intranet that wasn't doing very well, and they had a twice-a-week newsletter that basically repeated what was in the intranet and the magazine. And so what we did was we revamped the magazine and made it better. We created a much better intranet, and we killed the interim newsletter because it was no longer necessary.
And the funny thing is, you usually know what works and what doesn't work in your organization. You know that you're putting out that email newsletter where you get about 5 clicks a month, and probably most of them are from your family. But you don't have the data to back it up, right? So you keep doing it over and over again, wasting time and money. And that's what a comms audit does. So you got to think about a comms audit as something that makes you more influential, that makes you more powerful in your organization. People are going to sit up and pay attention because you have the numbers. Remember, it's not what you want, it's what the metrics show.
So if you're interested in a comms audit, drop us a line. We'd be happy to talk to you more about how to do one, what it takes, and how you can establish that baseline for your own communications.